Hello guys, this is Toki Doki and welcome to this quick review of the Epomaker TH80 Pro. This unit has been sent to us by Epomaker for an honest review. This keyboard looks really nice and it's offered at a very attractive price point of $99. So if you notice the trend nowadays, a lot of good keyboards are being offered at the price point of $100 or sub $100. Now, let's take a quick look at this keyboard and see if it's worth your time considering. So the Epomaker TH80 Pro is a 75% layout mechanical keyboard, which is a very good introduction for those getting into the hobby. It is hot swappable. It has south-facing RGB. It comes in with switches and keycaps. It's gasket mounted, though I have to tell you this is one of the older gasket implementation. Even though it is marketed as gasket mounting, there's very little to no play and bounce in this keyboard, and it probably feels very stiff. It feels very stiff, much like a tray mounted keyboard. So they do market it as gasket mounted, but I've seen a lot of keyboards with this layout, with this design. There are gaskets around the plate, but honestly, it's not really gasket mounted. All right. With that being said, there are several color options and layout options, as you can see here in their website, in their page. You can choose between ANSI and ISO layout. Here we have the Monet with an MDA keycaps, or you can get the Theory keycap colorway. I prefer the Monet that they sent me. It looks really nice. The color scheme is very nice. I love how the knob looks like, very unique, and it feels really nice. And mind you, they have a program for this so that you can customize the keyboards, the keys, and the knob. And it comes with really good switch selections. You have flamingo switches, Budgerigar switches. These are really good. I've tried the Budgerigar. And Gatron Pro yellow switches. This one comes in with the Gatron Pro yellow switches. So if you look at the spec sheet, it's a decent keyboard. Nothing bad to say about it, but nothing special as well to say about it. And if you're familiar with the other keyboards that I have reviewed, I think this keyboard uses the same platform as the VEAL 80, the Lychee G80, or the NJ80 keyboards. Probably it's a rebrand with a different switch selection and keycap selection. I like the keycaps, really thick, really good, sounds nice. So the question is, at 2023, is it worth your consideration? Probably if I reviewed this keyboard a year ago, I would give this a very high recommendation, because at this price point, you get a pre-built keyboard which sounds nice out of the box. If you're not into modding, if you're not into tinkering the insides of your keyboard, then this will probably work for you. But we are now towards the end of 2023, wherein you get a lot of keyboards at the price point with better offerings. So yes, this is tri-mode, but it still is a plastic case keyboard. At 2023, you have the SK71. You have other layouts there that are full aluminum keyboards. Yes, they may cost a bit more compared to this. You can't compare it apple to apple. But if you're to spend that much amount of money, then probably it's nice considering those other keyboards as well. You can join group buy keyboards such as the Neo 65 for just a little bit more than $100. Yes, those comes in at bare bones, so you have to spend on the switches and the keycaps. The cost would probably hit around $200. But what I'm saying is, for the price, I think the TH80 Pro might get a somewhat middle ground recommendation for me. It's not a high recommendation. So who are this keyboard for? If you're really pressed with that $99 budget, if you can't go beyond that budget, then do consider this keyboard. It still is a good keyboard. At $99, you have a knob, you have switches, you have keycaps, tri-mode connectivity. You can't go wrong with this keyboard. It's just that at my level of preference nowadays, this keyboard would probably not be on my list of keyboards that I would keep in my collection. And that's just my honest opinion on this keyboard. So thank you for watching. I hope you find this review useful. Thank you, Epomaker, for sending a keyboard. Again, it has a very specific base of audience and client that this keyboard is targeting, and for that, good job, Epomaker. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.